Everybody look at the camera and smile.
Welcome to podcast 105, or as we like to call it, the St. Patrick's Day cast. Woo! We have a great podcast for you guys today. It is March 10th, and we plan to release this not in the real world, on iTunes and all our other media on Monday, March 14th. I'd like to introduce Tiffany, Amnerys, Spence.
Hi.
And we're gonna go to the news in a few moments with Jason Pex Ryan.
How's it going?
And we have behind the scenes Robin Naley Valee.
Hello.
And Joel Ragin Sasaki.
Hey yo.
And soon we'll have the Brasse.
Alright.
Yeah. For an interview in full costume. Today we're going to talk about the Everquest 12th anniversary, DCUO's March update teaser, Brewday, and St. Patrick's Day. We hope you enjoy the show. Take it away with the news, Jason.
All right. Thank you, Aimee. And here are the top news stories for today's live video and eventually podcast. And I haven't actually read any of the news yet, so we'll see how this goes. Surprise! Everquest is getting ready to celebrate its amazing 12th anniversary on Wednesday, March 16th, 2011. Come join it. Has been 12 years. Come join in the festivities both in and out of game as we celebrate this truly momentous occasion. There's brand new missions, quests, and raids, as well as all the fun events from years prior and a number of live casts for you to learn more about your favorite MMO. There's something for everyone to celebrate in their favorite MMO. Learn more at the EQ Players website. And in Everquest 2 news, if you didn't know, Brewday is here. This annual celebration was started by the Dwarves in honor of Brell, and it's live in EQ2 through March 21st. Do you want to help?
I want to edit.
You want to edit?
Is there a way to edit? So we had an email yesterday. It's live tomorrow through March 22nd.
Okay.
Carry
All
on.
right. It's live tomorrow through March 22nd. You could have let me know this 10 minutes
That's
ago.
what happens when I try to be an overachiever and put my news in on Monday.
Oh, I see.
Lesson learned.
Cool.
Lesson learned.
All right. So check the EQ2 Players site for up-to-date information on what's back, what's new, and what there is to do.
Yes.
And if Brewday is not enough for you, don't fret. Bristlebane Day will be right behind. We have more information on this fun and mischievous event in our next podcast. Star Wars Galaxies news. If you're not a follower on Star Wars Galaxies if you are not a follower yet, Star Wars Galaxies on Facebook, we actually reached a great goal. We reached our 10,000 fans milestone on the official Star Wars Galaxies page on Facebook. In celebration, all active Star Wars Galaxies accounts in good standing will be flagged to claim the Yoda Bobblehead in-game house decoration.
Ooh.
The Yoda Bobblehead will be flagged as no trade, but will be available to claim on all characters on eligible accounts. Stay tuned for information about when the Yoda Bobblehead will be made available. And, are you a fan of the official Star Wars Galaxies page on Facebook? Why not? Let's try and get even more than 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000. So now's a good time to go to the page and like it.
All right.
And in more Star Wars news, but in Clone Wars Adventures, the second event in our Hasbro Biggest Ryloth Battles is now live. If you redeem a code from specially marked Hasbro Clone Wars Adventures toys, which I meant to bring one with me, but forgot. So specially marked Hasbro Clone Wars toys that you can find at Toys R Us and so forth has a little sticker. You can unlock a new set of Saber Strike stages. This event will run through March 18th when a third event becomes available, which you can then activate with a code. Visit clonewarsadventures.com/Hasbro for more information.
And on the Clone Wars note,
Yes.
this is only for the webcasters,
Oh.
all 1,300 of them.
Yes. Hi.
Oh.
We're going to be giving away boxes of Clone Wars Adventures on the SOE Facebook page. So
Very cool.
Don't need to, yes. We have 10 boxes to give away in celebration of Clone Wars Adventures TV show.
Very cool. So yeah, all right. So if you haven't signed up on the Clone Wars Adventures Facebook page, definitely do that. We're doing this promotion. Once again, I would have loved to have known about 10 minutes ago.
Where's the fun in that?
For Star Wars, the Clone Wars TV show on Cartoon Network, which airs Friday nights at 8:30. I think there's only a couple episodes left in the season. And for those who ask, once the season is over, we will continue adding more content to the game. Just won't be tied to specific episodes.
I found out about this about 10 o'clock this morning.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, and in Free Realms news, Treasure War is now live. This new game is easy to learn how to play, but requires some tactics to come out each time in a match. That didn't come out right.
Jason wants to buy an edit.
Okay.
There's no do-overs on
For
live.
the podcast, this will sound great, but I know Nayli is not actually going to edit this just to make me sound silly.
She's got her feet up.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So Treasure War is now live. This new game is easy to learn how to play, but it requires tactics to come out on top in each match. Play through the game scenarios, buy booster packs that contain special cards and loot, and challenge your friends to a match. You can teleport to the Treasure War arena from the world map or use the game guide button in-game to play right away. And in online strategy game news, a lot of it today.
Holy cow.
So have you played Double Trouble? There are multiple games, but sit back.
We have more than one game?
We have a bunch. So have you played Double Trouble yet? The February scenario is only available until March 15th in Star Wars Galaxy's trading card game. You've heard there's a new targeting system for AT-AT weapons that could be worth a lot of money in the right hands. You'll have to defeat a pair of master spies to secure this information. If you defeat the scenario, you will receive an Armed Protocol Droid playable promo card and a Glass Helix Sculpture loot card. See the official Star Wars Galaxy's trading card game forums and website for all the details. And Legacies, the 12th expansion for Legends of Norrath, is now live. This core set includes over 100 favorite cards added to the standard play format, plus over 50 all-new cards, including 16, count them, 16 loot cards, each for Everquest and Everquest 2.
Wow.
Yes. In addition to this core set, 2v1 and 4v1 raids return to Legends of Norrath with 16 new reward cards to obtain. Find a raid group and take on some formidable bosses together to earn some great rewards. Newer players just getting into the game will appreciate the Legacy's Legendary Starter Deck, which includes 4 starter decks, one for each of the archetypes, and 24 quests. If you're looking for a way to jump right into the fun of Legends of Norrath, the Legacy's Legendary Starter Deck is it. Check out all the details on the Legends of Norrath website. And finally, last news item.
Yay!
Don't miss it. The February scenario, Owlbear Nuisance, is only available until March 15th in Legends of Norrath. Play this retro scenario to once again defeat Foulfeather and clear out the Owlbear Menace. Once you defeat the scenario, you will receive an Ash Owlbear playable promo card. That is hard to say. Once you defeat the scenario, you will receive an Ash Owlbear playable promo card and either an Everquest Unwritten Glyph or Everquest 2 Superior Drought of the Brilliant Loot card. See the Legends Norrath forums and website for all the details. And that is all the news. Taking my news, I'm going home.
Thank you,
Back to
Jason.
you. I'm taking a cookie with me.
All right. You
It's
can have a cookie.
it's my reward.
That's your reward. Well, thank you for the news, Jason. We had beverages, and in honor of St. Patrick's Day, which is next week, but we're doing it early, Nayli and I are drinking Starbucks Tribute Coffee flavored with Bailey's Creamer, and it is really good.
Flavored or fortified with?
It's flavored. It's just coffee creamer.
Oh, sucks to be you.
I know. We didn't want to get all...
Fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, fired. Yeah. So...
Tiffany drinks water. Sorry, yes,
Yeah.
as we learned in the last podcast, I really
Yeah.
only like water.
She's just a water drinker. I have convinced her to try the Good Earth tea. She hasn't tried it yet, but she's going to.
Smells good.
So we have listener feedback and follow-ups from the last 2 podcasts because when in my absence, Jason and Linda didn't get to them. So the Unknown Shadow would like to say, yay for Pirates of the Burning Sea interview. It was awesome. It was nice to hear all the Pirates of the Burning Sea news on this. Hope that that's a sign of more to come. I have a question to follow up on from this though. Considering how successful free-to-play has been in various games so far, are SOE looking to make other games free-to-play? EQ Extended has gone over really well with my friends, and Pirates of the Burning Sea has seen a massive boost in population too. If I was going to have a preference, I would love to see SWIG go free-to-play. It has so much to offer, but I fear it might die with a certain new Star Wars MMO coming out. Bother. Which is a shame, as I am only just leveling a commando now with a double everything weekend. Well, honestly, I don't know of any plans of any of our other MMOs going free to play, but you never know what's coming down the pipe.
And I wouldn't worry about that other MMO.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Look at how awesome our games are. So, would you like to read Darth Venkman's name?
I would be happy to read
Oh.
Darth Venkman, only because he has a combination of two of the coolest movies ever in his name.
I know.
All right. Darth Venkman says, I relate to Pex's situation in regards to Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
I feel his pain. My workplace was at one stage occasionally being subjected to fundraising chocolates from people's schools and community groups, which evolved into one or two forms of chocolate bar being consistently available. Money was now going towards our own workplace social fund, and we could choose what chocolates would be available by occasional vote. Now, this has transformed again into a whole shelf of cheap chocolates, chips, soft drinks, and lollipops. It's out of control! In all caps. Some devious skunk has also set them up on the way to the bathroom, so you pass them every time you need to wee, and find yourself rationalizing a loss of fluid and possibly minerals, and a need to replenish them in the form of a can of flavored soda water and even a chocolate treat. I have never eaten so many snacks as I have in the last few months, nor had so many opportunities to question myself as a willful human being capable of independent thought. Turns out I'm a rat blindly hitting a bar for shots of sugary goodness until I explode at the seams. These treats are breaking me as a man.
Poor Darth Venkman.
If it makes you feel any better, we have Girl Scout cookies in our kitchen right now.
Yeah. Last call.
Yeah.
Not as many as there was an hour ago. I'm sorry to say.
Vestaloin says, I tried to jump into Pirates of the Burning Sea, but DCUO really has me running around farming a lot. Still waiting to see how the VIP and future updates pan out for free roams. The Love Cast was a lot of fun though, and I might check out Pirates of the Burning Sea again, as soon as I finish up a couple essays for class. I think PVZ is only available for the PS3. Sad I don't have one yet. If it comes out for PSP, I think, Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay, got it.
Wait a second, too.
If it comes out for the PSP, I'll grab it for sure.
I thought we had some whole new play style.
I
Like,
know,
PvZ.
me too. Player versus zombies.
Player vs. Zombies would be cool.
And then the last one?
Last one is from Master Cosmo. A good show, even without the crazy laughter and random snorts from Ashlanne.
Podcast 104.
104.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, yes. 104 feedback. I think Brasse and Pex were lost without her, but they held it together.
Oh.
The updates coming for Clone Wars Adventure sound really good. The game has come a long way from beta. I'm really looking forward to the Entertainer update in Swig that is being worked on right now. Turning my Entertainer into a strong combatant has been some of the most fun I've had in game, so this update will really make me happy. I've been reading textbooks for my master's degree. Boring. Playing Dungeon Overlords, 5 dungeons, and seeing as many movies as I can.
Well, thank you guys for your feedback and follow-ups. We can't wait to hear your feedback and follow-ups for this podcast. We have our first subject, the DCUO March update, which I'm sure they talked a lot about in yesterday's webcast.
It was more of a teaser.
More of a teaser. So we have a little bit of info for you. So a March update has themes to them.
What?
It flashed.
That flashed? Well, they won't see it on the podcast.
Black and white, green and yellow, and rainbow. Ooh, that sounds exciting. So,
Rainbow themed.
ooh.
Interesting.
So first, black and white, Two-Face.
Ooh.
Yeah, he'll be featured in Legends. There'll be gang wars will continue with Two-Face. You have to help Two-Face overthrow the Penguin, or assist him in creating even more chaos. And Penguin will be there too, obviously, because we're gonna overthrow him with
Now you have to
Two-Face.
make the penguin sound. Wah, wah, wah.
Thank you, Joel.
Okay. You want to read the green and yellow?
Green and Yellow has a new Green Lantern duo,
Ooh.
improved Green Lantern powers, New fights with Arkillo. Oh, I'm so gonna get in trouble for this. Arkillo and Kilowag. Sorry, I don't know all my DCUO name pronunciations.
Not enough of a geek.
Sorry.
We'll hand over our cards.
A new Jon Stewart and Sinestro fight. And seriously, Jon Stewart?
Yeah.
Jon Stewart.
Is that
Yeah.
like the guy on TV?
That's in the cartoon.
Oh,
Sorry.
Tiffany. Millions of DC fans have just rolled over.
I know.
Okay, now I have to pronounce a really hard one. Last the rainbow. And what did you say, Robin?
Mitzelblick.
Mitzelblick.
No, it's Mr.
Click.
Clicks.
Clicks.
Mitzelflick.
Yeah.
We're all going to be crucified now.
We're fired.
We're fired,
We're
yeah.
all fired.
Keep an eye out for more information. So
Yeah.
that sounds really cool. Penguin and Two-Face and Green Lantern.
Yeah, why did
and-
you get Penguin and Two-Face? That was easy. I could have done that.
Because
I'm
she
sorry.
writes the scripts.
No, actually, Robin wrote the script.
I
So, we're supposed to have a commercial break. Do we have our
Someone find Greg.
cohort for this commercial break?
Go check.
Oh, this will be a rare opportunity to see Nelly on camera.
Woo!
Don't blink.
There
don't
she
blink.
is! Everybody look!
At least she's wearing green.
So, this commercial was written for you by Lydia Zatoja Pope, and it features dwarfs.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. It talks about beer or brew,
Oh,
and Brasse is our star.
I don't know about Star.
I do.
Greg said that he was going to try to memorize his lines. I think that we'll talk about that, but it violates podcast guidelines, really. You're supposed to read the lines sight unseen so you can screw them up properly.
Yes, and then Greg, who's been on the podcast before, he's going to be the other dwarf. So hopefully that will be really exciting and
Ages?
fun. Yes,
Yes.
Greg Ages.
Awesome.
He is a lamentably skinny and tall dwarf, though, I
Yes,
have to say.
he is. He is.
He was
So-
inbred with the elf.
It's,
I would say something like
A
that.
half dwarf.
it's called Barkley's Dirty Dozen Brew. Does Brasse have her script with her?
It's right there.
All right, good.
I got it.
All
I got
right.
it. All right.
Where do I need to
So-
sit here so they're by the mic? I can move.
Yeah, we're going to be over here. So the heck with your stupid Bailey's flavored stuff. I brought my own keg.
Come on over.
Oh, look, and he's taken my mace, so I can't treat him badly either.
Oh.
Come on in.
Go. Go with her.
You're with me!
Right.
What?
You didn't know you drew the short straw, right?
In marketing, we like to prepare and then prepare some more.
And then wing it at the last minute when everything changes.
Exactly, when everything changes. Well, for an event like Brewday, when it's that important.
So tell me, you didn't go and memorize your lines, did you?
No.
Excellent! When we're recording this stuff, we can sometimes do a commercial 3 or 4 times because it takes that many times to actually get through the words. So let's see how you do. Your future career depends on it.
Okay, no pressure.
And then you can be a stand-in for Conan.
Well, I guess it's all right. Now, am I supposed to do this with a dwarven accent, or
You're supposed to be a dwarf.
I'm supposed to be?
It's going to be hard for you to pull off, lad.
Brasse. I think I've got a bit of a sore
Irish.
throat cold, so I think that
If you give it to me, you're good to die.
It sounds like an Irish dwarf.
Some of them have to be. Them Irish dwarves are inbred with elves. That would explain a lot. Okay. Are ready to go? All right, here we go. Well, Barkley. It figures I'd see you visiting here. Happy Brewday to you.
Brasse. Right back at you, lass. How's Brewday treating ya?
My mug is full of ale. That's well enough.
Say, what you got there, Barkley?
Say, that's not your line.
Oh!
We'll start from that point again. Say, what you got there, Barkley?
This be my latest invention. It's a special brew I'm working on for Everquest 12th anniversary next week.
You don't say. Well, let's have a sip and try it out.
Glug glug. Fine by me. But just remember that it's still a work in progress. I put in...
That makes no difference to me. Give me the mug.
Easy there, lass.
Oh, that was quite a kick. Where did you put in that brew anyway?
Well, I was trying to warn you. I put in 12 different types of beer from all across Norrath and added in a few specialty spices and what have yous.
I think it's the what have yous that gets yous. 12, you say? I see what you're doing there. Do you have a name for it?
I was thinking about calling it Barclay's Dirty Dozen Brew. What you think?
Well, that's not very appetizing sounding, but beer, ale, brew, suds, booze, liquor, spirits, don't matter what you call it, by any name it would taste as sweet. Besides, it's Brewday. Give me another one of those.
Can't be arguing with you, dear.
Well, I best be going to finish this brew. Happy... Oh, see, now I'm reading your lines. Oh, they should... Oh, we're going to have to talk to the script writers. Go ahead, do that.
Happy brew day to you, Barclay. That line.
No, the one above
You've
it.
been drinking too much.
Me? What's your excuse?
Can't be arguing with you, dear.
And then see, you get the next line too.
Oh, well, I best be going to finish this brew. Happy brew day to you, Brasse.
Happy Brewday, Barclay. You see, that is why we pay Naily to edit this crap before you actually hear it on a normal podcast.
I think
They
the
like
wrong
it on the
version was
webcast.
printed.
That's okay.
The wrong
You said it
version
right.
was printed?
You said it right.
It's good.
We have what? Okay, this is just like a game update. That, oh my god, we pushed the wrong update line! Everyone talk! Incoming forum spam!
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Well done.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
You can just slide on over.
Or
Tiffany
you can stay there. I'll slide on over.
Yeah.
Alright,
Because
saves
I
me
know it's
moving.
hard for you to slide and all your dwarven
I need
glory.
another one of them drinks and then I'll slide anywhere you like.
So, speaking of brew day,
Alright.
Tiffany,
Oh,
Oh yeah, I need all the info on that, you know. This thing's starting to run a bit low.
can you tell us about brew day for EverQuest 2? I know you have lots of good info.
so I get a cookie?
Yes, you can.
Only if you, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I will tell you about Brew. Well, let's see what it says. Are you going to read what it says?
Sure, I can read what it says. Brew Day is here. This annual celebration was started by the dwarves in honor of Brell.
Damn
Yeah.
straight. Somebody had to.
That's right. Starting tomorrow, it will be live through March 21st. If Brew Day isn't enough for you, like Jason said in the news, Bristlebane Day is right behind it.
We call that a hangover.
Valor is going to be hosting a Brew Day celebration with Shira, our German community manager, in the community lounge on March 17th from noon to 1 p.m. And I believe you're going to have...
I will have, also on March 17th, I don't have my times on me, but I will be posting them.
Yep.
March
the community.
17th, we're going to have 2 events. One will be on the Freeport server. One will be on the test copy server. We'll be in the community lounge also, which I always drop the portal and sinking sands right by the magic carpet. And then you can just take the portal and come on up to the community lounge, and we will celebrate St. Patrick's Day and Brew Day and Everquest's 12th anniversary, I think, all in one.
Woo!
Because it'll be
And
the day
party
after.
time.
Will you be serving that Barclay's Dirty Dozen up there?
I don't think I have Barclay's Dirty Dozen.
Hey, dev team,
Get
that's
on
good
it.
stuff.
We will make a request. Okay, so let's talk about Brew Day. Brew Day 2011 does have a few new features. And these are going to be posted up on the website soon, but you get the first announcement here.
Wait. Did we not agree that we'll never use the term soon?
I need another word then.
Today?
Imminently?
Tomorrow?
Today? Yeah. End the business tomorrow?
It's supposed to be today?
I think that's why we started using soon in the first place. Sorry, carry on.
All right. So, our Thurgadon Ice Brew is a new quest. Will be offered by Oldar Foambeard
Ooh.
with the
My cousin.
within the Bar of Bro. New Hallis is going to be joining in the celebration. Thurgadon Harbor is also going to be involved in some Brew Day activities, which is one of our new zones, obviously. And Balin Copperfoot in the Bar of Brel has some new items for players to buy, including new trade skill recipes.
Ooh.
That's
fancy.
real cool.
Yes. And then we've got a whole list of returning features that I will list out on the news article. I won't say them all right now, but
Okay.
a whole bunch of returning features. I have a note here from the team that says super awesome new reward items.
Ooh.
However, they
We'll hold
sent
them to
me-
that.
Yeah, here you can see them. See?
Oh, and the blackened screenshot at the. Let me see. Oh, Are we allowed to talk about
I
this?
do. He sent it to me. I guess we
All
can.
right. Well, yeah, there you go. To save Tiffany from being
Came
fired,
From Nathan.
Nathan McCall. If we're not allowed to release this, it's all on your headline. So what they are is they're all distilleries. There's a small, a medium, and a large one, and they're absolutely fantastic. Oh my! I need like one of each of them. I need to find out whether you can have one of each or whether you have to upgrade them, or anyway, there's lots of things to find out about them, but
cool.
they would look fantastic in any house, dwarf or not.
Yeah.
It's a pity you can't see it. You should see. Oh no, you can't see it.
You can't. I can barely see him
They'll
on
be
this.
in game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Starting tomorrow. So yeah, we need a little more time to ferment the brew. So it was supposed to start today. Instead, it's going to start tomorrow.
That sounded wicked, didn't it?
I thought it was a good excuse.
Yeah. I mean, that's how
Never
us
mind
dwarves
that
say it.
hot fix we did this morning.
We just
It had
need a
nothing
little
to do-
bit more time to ferment the brew, if you know what I mean.
And I believe it's going to be extended by one day because we're starting one day late. So
Exactly. Otherwise, all dwarves would complain.
Yes,
Yes.
they would. So, for Brewday in EQ, the guides will be running brew-themed events.
Oh, bet they will. Anything for a drink, that lot.
It says the Blover and Iron Gut families tend to get prideful over their own brews. That sounds interesting. So keep an eye out for those guides running events. Let's see. In our strategy, or in Legends of Norrath, there's the Bone Marrow brew scenario, which is a Brewday scenario.
Mhm.
And you get to celebrate Brewday with the famous ale brewer Rassel Ale Chaser.
Mhm.
Just don't let him talk you into doing anything foolish, like going and getting him the bone marrow
Not that I've ever
Yeah.
done anything like that.
of Hovel in the Heart of Discord. Yeah, that sounds really
yeah, you
bad.
should definitely not do that.
Yeah, that's going to be offered from March 15th to April 19th. Let's see. The first time you beat the scenario, you'll get Hovel the Commander promo card, and either the Unwritten Glyph loot card in Everquest or Superior Drought of the Brilliant in Everquest 2. So that sounds pretty cool. And that's it for celebrations for Brewday in game. What are you guys doing for St. Patrick's Day in the real world?
Is that a trick question?
No?
She needs to get some distilleries.
Yeah.
Drinking?
Drinking. Yeah.
I think we should plan a pub night.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
If we actually leave the office, before 9 p.m.
Yeah.
That's it. Where's
Yeah,
me
there's
Blackberry?
that.
Dear Nav, taking the crew out for brew night. Be back next week.
So that sounds good. Let's do
All
that.
right.
We could order in.
We could.
We could.
Didn't
Dear husband, not having home tonight. Drinking at work.
Waiting for double rainbow.
Because at the end of the double rainbow, there's a double treasure.
Double
Alright.
gold.
So we did bring Brasse in here because it is Brew Day, and that's the dwarfs.
And the poster child. And for the hangover.
It's the dwarf's favorite holiday.
Oh, darn straight it is. Why do you think I became a dwarf in the first place? It wasn't for the sexy, I'll tell you that.
So Brasse's official title here is the Dwarven Overlord of Community. Right?
That's correct. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
And we do have some questions from the community at large.
This should be good.
The Unknown Shadow says, will SOE be adding any other games to the free-to-play model, like Swig, for instance?
That's interesting, because it's a common question.
Yeah.
One of the things we've become known for is the fact that SOE has a lot of different games, just more than any of us could probably list without being embarrassed by skipping one. And we're exploring a lot of different monetization models. So we've got the full-on subscription model, we've got subscription models plus optional marketplace, we've got free-to-play with Velvet Rope, we've got free-to-play with hardly any barriers to entry, we got all sorts of things. And so the answer is, I don't know off the top of my head, but there's always something new and innovative going on in the way that we present the games to the players, all in response to the marketplace and what people would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good when we see the feedback showing up on the forums so that we can carry it forward and let folks know what it is you'd like.
Yeah.
It's, for instance, with EverQuest too, instead of just rolling over to a free-to-play model, because we knew a lot of people still wanted to do subscription, it became a case of offering both.
Yeah.
So the answer is, I don't know. Ask me something easier that doesn't get me fired.
Here's another one. I think this one's also from the Unknown Shadow. With EQ becoming 12 years old, if you had to name one thing that's been key to its success over the years, what would you say it is?
Alcohol tolerance. Well, it was the first fully 3D MMO that appeared on the market, and I can remember the early days, and actually I can remember before that, because 12 years, like when you're talking in dog years, which is kind of like MMO years, it's like 100 frickin' years old.
Mm-hmm.
And before it launched, I was in with a group of players. We were doing online strategy games and that sort of thing. Oh, let's go try EQ, they said. And I said, oh, all right, sounds good. I can be a dwarf, right? Oh, yeah, they got dwarves. The only thing is, I found out that there was this $9.99 monthly subscription fee. And I said, screw that. I'm not paying anybody $10 a month every month to play. Until the first day I got into the game. And then it was, oh, yes, please take all my money. This is the best thing that I've ever played my entire life. So I don't know what the magic is, but I mean, I'm still close friends with people that I met in EQ, so I'd say that the communities and the guilds that we were able to enjoy and build there were probably one of the most lasting legacies that was carried forward from that game. It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
Those friendships are terrific, and I've still got them all today. Oh, hell. All right, I married one of them.
Yeah. Let's see. Which team at SOE is in the worst shape the morning after St. Patrick's Day?
Marketing. Most Mondays. They're a fun-loving group.
Yes, but they like to party.
Oh, I can't keep up with them.
They're in good shape.
But
They're
mind
just
you,
not
they're a
there.
lot taller than I am. What's that?
They're in good shape. They're just not there the day after.
Lots of last-minute PTO requests. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Don't be throwing them under the bus. We're going to hear about that. That was Joel Sasaki. S-A-S. Oh, never mind.
Vincent76 says, do you have any news on the agency? What's the progress with that game? Are we getting close to beta?
That is classified information, and if I told you, I'd have to kill you. No information at this time.
So sorry, Vincent. We
Yeah,
keep
sorry,
you
lad.
alive.
As soon as we get some information, you'll be the first to know.
Actually, probably.
Maybe the second.
As soon as we're getting information, it'll be coming across Smed's Twitter account.
Internally, we've started calling them Smeets.
Smeets,
Yes, Smed tweets. Very dangerous if taken in quantity.
Master Cosmo says, with St. Patrick's Day coming, do you really need another excuse to drink ale?
Well, you see, it's a reason. I need excuses to drink ale when it's before 10 a.m. on a Thursday, whereas Brewday is a proper reason.
Yes. That's
So,
true.
not really. No more excuses needed. I've got at least 50 lined
When you play a game that doesn't have dwarves, how do you make your character?
That's a tough one. In games that have a height slider, I tend to make my characters as short as possible, and I tend to make them a little bit wider than normal as well. When you've got a completely out there game like Star Wars Galaxies, I have two characters there. One is a Twi'lek, and she's a lot of fun. She's really neat. You know, she's orange and yellow and all that. But really, I prefer me Bothan there, because Bothans are short and hairy, right? You can see a trend developing. But no, I generally go for something short. And in Planet Side, I play a Terran. That's right, Terran, Earth, Dwarf, you know, you get the connection, right? Plus they kick ass.
What's the best way to level up alcohol tolerance in real life?
Keep drinking.
Work at SOE,
Go to fanfare.
go to fanfare for the whole duration. I tell you, that'll challenge your liver like nothing.
I'm probably going to mess up this name. Tisserin?
All right? Yep, Tisserin.
What's the best tavern in EQ2?
Any one that I happen to be in at the time. No, I'm actually pretty fond of Iron Toes Tavern in South Keenos, actually. It's real convenient, it's kind of cool. The NPCs there seem to have a good time, and he hasn't kicked me out for not paying my bar tab yet.
All right. Gordork? Gordork?
Gordork. Mmm.
So what do you do all day?
Gordork is is me son. Now, people who are not in the gaming industry do not understand what it is we do.
No.
We have a really good time. Actually, it's the best possible job in the entire universe because I help the community managers that help the community in marketing and development and PR and everybody in the company, right down to QA and the janitorial. No, you make a mess for the janitorial staff, don't you? Especially when we're moving desks around. No, I mean I work for the community team. We get to interface with the players and engage them on the forums and in live events and game events, and we get to do webcasts and we get to read things badly on podcasts, and there is a lot of reporting. The reporting's not as much fun, but a little bit of brandy takes the edge off of that as well. So I'll have to make a list of the stuff we do because every day is so completely different.
Yeah, it is.
Aye.
All right, last question is from Ren.
Oh,
And-
hello, Ren.
This looks like a complicated question, so put your thinking cap on.
Aye.
A blood saber medic, a Chukadai mangler, and an off-duty grunge talon walk into a bar. You're there. They each are carrying a bottle of green ale and a hunk of corned beef hash. What do you do?
It's happy hour!
That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Oh, that
it.
was bloody easy.
Oh, I thought she was going to hit him over the head with her mace and take their ale.
I don't mind sharing if someone else is buying. Just don't come anywhere near my cake.
Oh, that's awesome. Happy hour.
All right. So are you done with me? Should I
I'm
leave?
done with you. You
Alright,
can leave if
okay.
you
Unless you
like.
want to
Can't
talk
get
about the 12th anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
I'd
wanna
love to
hang
hear
out.
about that.
Sure.
So I should mention that we have a webcast coming up on the 16th for the 12th anniversary. And I said this 500-word email to Smed. Would you like to appear on this? It would mean a lot to the fans, and we want to talk about EverQuest and how long it's been around and why it's with longevity and blah, 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 blah. And he sends back a response. And I'm quoting this so that he's on the hook now. Okay. So on the 16th, join me and the Smed, and we'll talk a little bit about the long and glorious history of EverQuest.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Awesome.
And on the 17th at 4 o'clock, you're going to join members of the Everquest team to talk about EQ from its beginning up until now.
Aye,
Tracks,
Mr. Eric Cleaver Paistro will be hosting that. He's our EverQuest community manager.
Yeah, he told me today, like Robin just mentioned, Tom Terraz's, he talked him into being a part of that.
Excellent.
Really cool because Tom has been at this company longer than I have.
Because
and-
the rest of their team is on PTO.
Are they really? We give them time off? Who's working on the
And
next
celebration.
expansion? Oh, all right.
Celebration.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
They're planning on having a big St. Patrick's Day celebration.
Okay, so I take back the previous answer. The team that will be in the worst shape, EQ. Thank you for that info. I could have used that 10 minutes ago to carry on an earlier theme.
So, also speaking of the EverQuest anniversary, you want to talk about that, Tiffany, the 12 days of excitement throughout Norrath?
Oh, aye.
12 days of excitement throughout Norrath. All right. Starting on Tuesday, March 16th, 2011, lasting until Saturday, March 26th, we'll celebrate our 12th anniversary in-game. Not only will we have everything from our previous anniversary celebrations, including quests, fabled spawns, and raids, but this year brings all new challenges to the lands of Norrath. It gets
Dun, dun,
even
dun.
better. But wait, there's more.
Ooh!
You're stealing Joel's lines now.
Since from March 25th to March 27th, we'll also offer double experience throughout Norrath, rounding out a full 12 days of celebrations. We know you're excited about these events. How will you spend EverQuest's 12th anniversary?
But wait, there's more.
The double
Too soon.
experience will not be available on Fippy, Darkpaw, or Black Arrow.
And yet, those are the servers I'd like to be playing on during that period. There's something about going back to that real old school.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
Can-
isn't it exciting that it's turning 12?
I can't believe it's been that long. I
I
really
know.
can't.
I
I'm
can't
getting
either.
old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a facelift soon.
I don't think I was there on day 1, but I think I started on like day 3.
Yeah, it's
Well, day one,
really
we
crazy.
mostly started on day 3 as well. As you'll recall, nobody was expecting the flood of traffic that EQ had. So day 1 consisted of log into game, go, oh,
crash crash.
And you get back in the queue, and at that time we had chat in the launcher thing, right?
Oh.
So everybody's in there, and we're all looking for red names. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on. Servers are going back up. Yay! We all pile on. Oh, crash!
Yeah.
It was a tremendous experience, really.
Oh, so you're saying I didn't miss much?
Actually, it's like I survived it. That was way cool experience, you know, and because it was really the first game of its kind, and so it was well worth the wait and well worth sitting in the chat waiting for stuff to happen. And it was exciting. 35 dwarves all trying to kill one little goblin at once.
We need shirts that say that for people.
I survived.
I survived Everquest launch. That would be really cool.
Greater Fadar, 85 elfings after every one lonely batter snake that happened to slither across the path.
Yeah.
It was crazy
It was
times.
really cool. And there's an anniversary deal, Bonanza.
I like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a celebration without some discounts in the Everquest Marketplace. And boy, do we have some deals for you. Keep a close eye on EQ Player's website so you'll be amongst the first to find out which of your favorite items will be on sale. And then, in the other Norrath, Tiffany, what's happening
Can
at
I?
EQ2? Yeah.
Grand events are afoot in EverQuest 2, where mysterious apparitions have been sighted. Portals through time have been appearing around Norrath, linking this age to an age before the Shattering. Journey through these portals to find the ancient heroes and villains of an age gone by. Reminisce about them, then kill them, and loot them for really cool items. There may be a connection between them. Perhaps you should investigate them all.
That's really cool.
So I need to mention that this actually doesn't kick off on the anniversary, but will be coming the week after.
The week after.
So around the 22nd or so, we're gonna have some opportunity for nostalgia for our EQ2 players that joined us starting in EQ days.
That's way
It's gonna
cool.
be fun.
And then in the other realms, EQ Away, which Robin takes care of, and EQ Mac, she also is the community manager for, have their own special events planned, and we'll be celebrating the anniversary as well. On March 17th, Nayli will be in game on the Alcabor server to honor EverQuest's 12th anniversary. Join her in the Plane of Knowledge to celebrate. She may be talked into going into the arena and calling forth some monsters to fight.
I'm sure
Exciting.
she will.
And then in EQ Away, Nayli and Zatosha will be hosting a community meet and greet on the Castle Lightwolf server on March 18th. Zatosha has heard rumors that the San Swiss family of dragons may be making a return for the occasion to attempt to take another bite at adventurers. Ooh.
Sounds like a dangerous time.
Yeah.
Bring extra beer.
Yeah. Bring extra beer.
And maybe some, scotch as antiseptic. Medicinal purposes
Yeah,
only.
definitely. So, books, TV, movies, anything you guys are reading, watching?
Nayli loaned me the latest and greatest of the Sookie Stackhouse, so I'm a little ways into that book-wise.
Awesome.
TV's the usual: Big Bang, How I Met Your Mother, V. Yeah.
Yeah. Glee. I've been watching Glee.
I'm getting caught up on Glee. Oh, Vampire Diaries. I already
Oh.
confessed that one. I could say it again. It's a
Yeah.
soap opera.
There's a new Big Bang on tonight, I believe.
I think so.
I'm hoping.
All right, you people and your frickin' television.
We're sorry that you don't have a television.
Well,
on the farm.
we've got Netflix. It's close enough. I'm just
Yeah.
a little bit behind the rest of you, which
Oh, we
means
were
I don't
talking
have
about
to watch the
Netflix.
same.
Now on Netflix, I'm watching
Oh.
Buffy and Firefly.
Are we not giving you enough work to do?
No.
Is that what the problem is?
No, I have plenty. I just laptop while I'm watching.
In books, I'm still reading Leviathan, which is a book that Jason lent me a long time ago,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just reading it in bits. It's sort of a steampunky thing where one side is all, it's sort of the European side, and there's a lot of mechanical type contraptions on that side. And the UK side is all sort of the Darwinian. They have a lot of genetically engineered creatures that they use instead. And really, really good read. And I just don't get enough time for that sort of thing now. And as far as, television, you know, because we're just using Hulu and Netflix, we've been watching a lot of Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares because he's the only person I know who swears more than I do. So I feel quite clean-mouthed around that lad. I just like watching the way that they take on challenges, you know, and how you can take something that looks like a completely hopeless situation, and with just a small change in attitude and effort, you can really just change around the entire company. It's I consider that a real feel-good series.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny, and he loves food, and he loves helping people.
Yeah. I'm reading Crazy Love by Francis Chan, which is a Christian book that I'm really enjoying. And then watching Shameless still, which I really enjoy.
Not Christian.
I know.
I was going to say, so are you making up for all that sinful watching by
know.
reading the book?
I don't know what draws me into that show, but like you and I talked about in the last podcast where we talked about the
Yes,
show.
and I rolled my eyes a lot. I did.
William H. Macy is just, he makes that show. He's just
brilliant.
so out there. He
Right.
and Joan Cusack have this chemistry between them that is just hysterically funny.
I didn't realize she was on that show.
Yes, she is. It is hysterical.
She plays the nympho next door.
Yeah, she does. It is really funny.
Yeah.
Agoraphobic.
Yeah, she's
agoraphobic
yeah.
nympho next
Yeah.
door.
Okay.
This is probably
funny.
not safe for podcasts, so stop
No,
talking
so-
now.
But anyways,
It gets
Um,
worse.
but movies, I just recently watched, because I was in bed for 5 days, I watched Date Night with Steve Carell and Tina Fey.
Oh, how was that?
And that was so funny. They're like this average, everyday married couple that finally go out on a date, like a real date. They go into the city and they, make dinner reservations, that type of thing. And they get caught up in this whole world of, crime and stuff on accident.
Wow.
It's just hysterical. And, those two are just really funny, comedic people. And I highly recommend it.
Have you watched Red yet?
No. I was in bed and my DVD or my Blu-ray player is out in the man cave, so no. I was ordered to bed. I'm sorry.
Red is a brilliant movie.
I know. I didn't really want to
good.
see it.
Really good. When I grow up, I want to be Helen Mirren.
Yes.
I want to kick arse on that scale.
Yeah. So that's. Oh, what are you playing? We have to do that.
You first.
Oh, me. Okay, in the wee hours when I have time, Dungeon Overlord, surprise!
Yeah.
Playing a little bit of Rift. Got to check out what they're doing over there. A lot of former SOE employees working on that game, so it's kind of interesting to see some of the touches that resonate. And obviously playing EQ2 and EQ and DCUO. And, I don't have really time to play any of these enough at all. But I'm really happy to be making some time to play some of the Brewday stuff this year, because I missed it last year and me stocks are running low.
What about you, Tiff?
Does logging in for work count as playing?
No.
Oh.
Well, it depends. Do you enjoy it?
I do.
It counts.
I talk to people when I log in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So EQ2.
Okay.
I just haven't had any time to progress my own personal character, but Amnerys is having a lot of fun.
Okay.
Actually, she's about to go log in on tests and take some screenshots in a few minutes, so
Ah.
come join me on test server. And Dungeon Overlord is still clicky, so
Yeah.
I can handle clickies. I just don't have much time for
Interactive.
Yeah.
dedication.
Well, that's a good thing about DO is you can just play it in a couple of minutes in your spare time, really.
Yeah. I've been playing DO. I got my 3rd dungeon this week. It has
Do
Primordial
you rename
Earth.
your dungeons?
Yes.
I named them to. This is sad. Not my main dungeon is like Amy's lair, but my other ones have like what's in them. Like, this is the primordial.
Wow.
Oh, so excellent. So you're labeling them so that I know which ones to raid.
Yeah, so I'll
Mithril Dungeon. Oh, I'll be right over.
No, I only have primordial earth.
Ogre
and
is
water.
incoming.
I don't know if that's a good strategy.
It's
Oh,
not.
it's not.
So okay.
It's not, yeah.
Might as well say raid me.
Yes. Yes, pretty
I
much.
have cool stuff. Come get it.
I finally got primordial earth, and I was really excited.
Aye.
Yeah, mine are named after cities where there are Disney parks.
You're such a geek.
Orlando, Anaheim, and Paris, I think.
Okay, so
You just can't take the mouse out
my
of
dungeons.
Yes.
But I want to announce on the podcast that my main character in EQ2 is level 90. And has a flying
Nice.
mount.
Wow.
Well done.
I
Well
know.
done.
Did your
Yeah.
husband do it for you?
No! Well, he did do 2 of the quests for the flying mount because I was sick. But I got 90 on my own.
Did you take a screenshot?
Of her 90, yeah, and she's in her full belly is geared, and she looks so cool, and she has her hammer, and she looks so cool.
Oh, that's grand. That's grand.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
I admit I'm still only like 86.
But I made that character on launch day, so it's just really sick.
Me too.
Oh wait, launch day like.
EQ2 launch day.
Oh,
2004,
No,
yeah.
remember? Way
yeah,
back then.
No, I just had a launch day though, and it was like 2 weeks ago, and I just had this
No.
horrible vision of you leveling to 90 in 2 weeks.
No.
Well, why do you think she was off on sick
Right.
leave
Sure,
for 5
it's
days?
bronchitis.
Yeah.
No, it's, that took
No, that's
me-
how she got her mount and everything. You know? That's a long quest.
So, yeah, it took me that long, and I apologize, gamer gods.
There's other people that have characters that old that aren't level 90, and I
Yeah.
won't say.
Mine. Level 86.
Both of
Level
these people
86.
admitting it right here next to me.
Can't
I
help
take it slow.
I do, and I have about 85 alts.
I am not a. I'm
See,
not
I
a-
only have 2 other alts.
I have 7 alts.
I don't have any alts, but I'm not a power leveler, and I just like to play what's fun. And if I'm not getting any XP, I'll still do it. 'Cause
Yep.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Me too. Same thing.
So I'm happy to say that. Do we have anything else to talk about?
Not really, except for we should be able to put up some fanfare registrations within the next. Watch me say it. Okay.
For your
Don't promise anything.
No, wait.
months.
What's that?
Months.
You
Months.
actually a lot closer
Within the
than you
next
might
2
think.
months.
But the
That's
good thing is,
Closer than you think.
the community team's going to start planning our part of fanfare all throughout this month. We should have it all sorted by the end of the month anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Tiffany's there.
No. What that means is you say, "Why, of course I will have a live quest ready in time for fanfare."
Look at her. Look at the terror in her eyes.
It'll be fun. Tiffany's a real good writer. It should be a good
Did
quest.
I tell you that my plan involves easy bake ovens?
Well, that's awesome.
How much budget?
I was going to say, where are you buying these easy bake ovens, and what do we do with them afterwards? You just want one on
We'll
your
use
desk
them
at
again.
work, don't you?
Next year.
For next year.
Okay.
We'll
You
talk
see what I've
budget
got to
after
deal
this
with.
meeting.
I take microwaves, but I figure they're more expensive. So you can get easy bakes on Craigslist for like $10.
Right, and how are you going to transport these easy bake ovens, each of which is about yay big, to
They're
fanfare?
tiny.
car.
They're like this big. But anyways, thank you all for listening to podcast 105.
We're going to go argue about
the St.
fanfare
Patrick's
now.
Day cast. If you have ideas about fanfare that don't involve easy bake ovens, please send them to the podcast.
Aye,
The
we
email
are still-
address that we never get emails for, by the way, podcast@soe.sony.com. We love to hear from you. Or email or write us on the forums. Thank you guys for listening.
Aye, and just to add a little bit to that, we did get a ton of feedback about fanfare last year, but it's not too late to add some feedback if you didn't get a chance last year. Let us know what you think, what you'd like to see. That does not involve us giving you large amounts of cash and small unmarked bills. Anything else we'll consider.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you
Have a
next
great brew day.
time.